Get ready with me to go out in full drag for the first time ever. If you don't know me, I'm a full-time painter, and recently I've been teaching myself the art of drag so that I can paint self-portraits in my custom drag looks. I've just spent the last 2 weeks sewing a costume for my next painting, but since I'm done just in time for Halloween, I thought it would be fun to go out in drag for the first time. And I'm also using this opportunity to kind of like practice the makeup that I want to do before I take my reference photos. I learned a lot in my first expedition into the real world, and I wanted to share some of the things that I learned. First of all, I think that my knowledge of portraiture offers me an interesting perspective as a makeup artist. I have a pretty solid understanding of the structures in the face, and that can be really helpful when you're trying to rewrite your anatomy. I think I did a good job restructuring my face. The big shapes of light and shadow are in pretty good spots, but my blending, especially on the lower half of my face, is pretty crude. I was trying to explore a really unorthodox contouring shape. I wanted to exaggerate that line that happens between the front of your cheekbone and your masseter muscle. I'm really inspired by Lee Mosley. They made a video explaining this anatomy and I thought it was really interesting. But then I also wanted to create a contouring shape that exaggerates that sort of pouchiness that happens around your mouth. I really like that part of the face and I wonder how makeup can exaggerate it. I want to have something to offer as a makeup artist and I really like these ideas, but I think that I need to fine tune my approach and my blending so that it looks more flattering. Secondly, I wanted my look to be slightly alien, so I tried to push my hairline back about an inch. I didn't want to spend 20 bucks on a bald cap, so I tried using Elmer's glue stick, and when I ran out, I decided to put liquid latex mixed with acrylic paint in my hair, and it worked, but also don't put fucking liquid latex in your hair. Wait until the end to see. And then once I arrived at the party, my face did start to melt a little bit. I can never get my face tapes to stick longer than 3 or 4 hours, so I bought some waterproof spirit gum as an adhesive, but my face tape still slipped once I got to the party. And that nose wax that I put over my bridge to flatten it out, it looked great in my room, but I put it in a really expressive area of my face, so when I was talking and moving my face and sweating, it did start to crack off a little bit. And last but not least, I drove about an hour to this house party, and I was getting dressed in a random parking lot in my giant hip pads and clear platform heels like a hooker, and when I was pulling my pants over my giant foam butt, the denim ripped. And it's really baby queen of me to not have any safety pins on hand. Luckily, my butt was so big that my pants weren't falling down all night, but it was pretty newbie of me to show up to a party with my pants split and my corset peeking out. Anyway, I was overdressed and uncomfortable, but I think I looked really cool, and this outfit is awesome. Dare I say, better than the first costume I made. Come back soon to see me take my reference photos and start the painting.